Well, folks, let's get going here. Again, sorry for the delay. The point I was going to make was this. We identified in my live coaching session today, and again, what I described earlier was I'll start with some technicals right now. I'll start with a discussion of some factors that seem to move currency like the dollar, currency like the euro today, and I'll start with some current day issues, and then I'll segue from there into some stuff later this month. And I've got a whole slew of different things I can show you guys. But I want to make sure actually I'll give credit to everyone here at attending this event. You, for whatever reason, virtually all of the webinars that I do here at FXStreet, the audience very participatory. Almost arguably more so on average than our audience these days at FX Bootcamp, and some of my fellow boot campers and even our currency coaches wouldn't like me saying that, but it's true. I mean, you guys are here at FXStreet are very good at asking intelligent questions and very eager to make comments, and I specifically welcome that. So I want to let you be the guide of whatever I discuss here. But please feel free to ask questions, and I'll, as I can, we'll take some tangents here in my discussion to field those, to address those questions. Yeah, Boykey's like, yeah, we are the best. So yeah, the euro we talked about in the I talked about in my live coaching session today at boot camp a 30 pip zone, between I've got these two horizontal green lines on my euro chart, one at 31.15, one at 31.45. So the question is why these lines? Well, for one, let's go to a euro chart, another euro chart without indicators. And actually, the view I want to go to should include some euro charts. You see the euro charts. Actually, let me start with the euro charts with indicators first. I'm using a different platform other than Novian, which has a drawing tool. You should see in here a daily S2 pivot point, a horizontal green line on the hourly chart. That is a daily S2 or support pivot point, a classic bottom in a downtrending day, a classic support pivot point. On the 4-hour chart, the 4-hour chart features weekly pivot points. I have a horizontal green line near the bottom of that chart at about the same level as the daily S2. That's the weekly S2. So you have daily S2, weekly S2 pivot points. Also note on the daily chart on the far right-hand side, there's a monthly support pivot point, namely a monthly S1 pivot point just above the 1.31 handle. So you have what I described earlier in our bootcamp chat room as a what's the term I used? It wasn't a plethora of support pivots, but that's essentially what it is. A bevy or plethora of support pivots, and that's not all. That's not all. Let me show you a chart without indicators. And I'm going to show you something that many of you may have already spotted. In fact, it's featured lightly on this 5-minute chart with that indicators, which I'm about to revise to a longer-term time frame and make the trend line thicker as well. Okay, there's a daily chart. You should see the lows, the early January lows on the Euro USD. You start there. You use a green trend line to connect those lows or one of those lows with the mid-March low. And it looks like the euro reached that green trend line today. So the combination of green trend line, at least 2, arguably 3 major support pivot points, the basis for a long on the euro if you decide to take it around around 31.15, around the daily S2 or the weekly S2, your choice.